What challenges are you facing today as you seek to live well for Jesus and convey God's truth to others? I want you not to lose heart. When William Wilberforce dedicated his life to God, many of his social circles scorned such enthusiastic Christian commitment. Undaunted, William discerned a clear sense of God's purpose to use his political position to abolish the slave trades. The guerrilla work, the opposition of his ideas, and the contempt for his faith took their toll on his already poor health. But William never lost heart. After 20 years of campaigning, Parliament abolished the British slave trade, and after another 30 years, it banned slavery in all the British colonies. Paul and his contemporaries also faced immense and painful disencouragement while fulfilling God's ministry of sharing Jesus' life-transforming truth. But we do not lose heart, Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 4:1. Some mind remain blind to their message as the enemy indeed believe, as we can read in verse 3 and 4. And Paul acknowledged their own human frailties as being like broken jars of clay. And as the missionary rely on God, his strength sustained them through many hardship. You can read that in verse 7 to 9. And as they focus on the glorious life awaiting them in heaven, they did not lose heart. By their present burden, in comparison, seems light and momentary, as we see in verse 16 to 17. Many of us face great challenges. Even I will speak here right now. Even as we pursue God's burden and God's purpose. But as we lift our eyes from our problems onto his ever-present sustaining strength and our hope for life in heaven, his tender care provides and promise reassured our heart. This was a reading from Annie Letizier of last year daily reading. But I read it this year for us to realize that people are still facing the same challenges. How do God's presence by His Spirit and His promise of life in heaven inspired your heart to preserve